Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 2000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Gervonta Davis. Garcia is not a man of his word. Fight is possible. I will stay quiet till deal is done. Gervonta Davis has finally broken his silence about potentially fighting Ryan Garcia. King Ray has been pounding the table in recent months, and even more so this week after knockout Javier Fortuna on Saturday, calling for a tilt with Tank. On Friday night, Davis expressed his stance on the super fight. I haven't been going back and forth with Ryan because we all know he's not a man of his word. But I do know its possibility of the fight happening, so I'd rather stay quiet till the deal is locked. Nothing means anything now. Davis wrote on social media. Yeah, we can make it happen, to say the least. It's already locked in if people do what's right, you know. In a more cryptic statement, the Baltimore-bred Davis wrote, "And other thing, tell homie to stop talking for me." On Tuesday, promoter Floyd Mayweather said that if the fight were to happen, it would have to take place at 135 pounds, and that he could stage the fight by the end of the year. I really hate fighting in December because it's my birthday month, but for some put-up money, shit, I'm ready. I hit the line locked, don't fuck with me, said Davis, who will turn 28 years old on November 17. Ryan Garcia has been adamant that his career will continue at 140 pounds ever since he waited for the Fortuna fight. But on Friday, before Davis started tweeting, Garcia took a step back from his stance and said that he would fight Davis at any weight, at any time, and in any place. Davis has fought across 130, 135 and 140 pounds since 2020. His last two fights were against Isaac Cruz and Rolando Romero at the lightweight limit. One of the major obstacles around the fight outside of both sides agreeing on a weight will be the negotiations around which platform will carry the fight. Garcia promoter Golden Boy is adamant that doesn't need to be a part of the pay-per-view, while Showtime, the network tied to Mayweather Promotions, has insisted they do not need the involvement of the niche streaming service. Less than 1 hour after this tweet storm, Davis deleted all of the messages that he had published. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 2000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Fortuna is gone, Garcia is back, and now there is just one fight to make. Gervonta Davis. He is one of boxing's biggest stars, a proven attraction. Davis drew a record-setting crowd at Barclays Center in May for his fight against Rolando Romero, generating a live gate for more than $4 million with crushing power. Garcia in his debut at cryptic.com arena attracted more than 11,000 fans to witness his 19th professional knockout. Garcia has struggled to secure the respect of many in boxing, but his recent run, knockout wins over Fortuna and Luke Campbell, with the shake-off, the Ross decision over Tagoya, sandwiched in between, is proof of his talent. Fortuna was top delayed by Jason Soso and took Robert Easter and Joseph Diaz to grilling decisions. He was not in optimal shape against Garcia. At Fortuna's request, the contract weight was 140 pounds, and Fortuna rehydrated to 157 on Saturday, but Garcia dispatched him with ease. Everything was sharp, Garcia said. I didn't feel forced on anything, I was in tune, I was on top of what he did. Any move he made, I had an answer for. I fought exactly how I knew I could fight, Garcia said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.